Hello, St. John's. It's good to be with you again this week. Father Ken here. Father Ben is away this week, and so I will be providing your weekly update. And with me today, of course, is Peggy, and she is going to tell us a little bit more about her concert, the Halloween concert coming up on Friday, and she's going to do a bit of a demonstration for us, so we're really looking forward to that. But before we get to that, let me go over just a couple of announcements with you. First of all, we have a new Bible study starting on this Wednesday. That's the day after tomorrow. We're filming this on Monday. And that is on the parables of Jesus. And I will be conducting that Bible study for quite a while. So if you can join us in that Bible study, that would be great. If you can join us in person, it will be in McGill Hall on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. If you can't make it there, you can also watch us on Zoom. And you can get that in the newsletter, that Zoom link there, so that you can join us in the Bible study. The Adult Forum this Sunday I will also be conducting, and that will be on the Nicene Creed. And we'll do 4 sessions on the Nicene Creed. If you've ever wondered why we say that the Creed every Sunday in church and what was behind that Creed, why it was written, what it contains, the historical context behind it, why Constantine convened the council, all those questions will be answered, and I hope you can join us for the forum for the next 4 Sunday mornings. All those who have keys to the church must take Safe Church training. This is required by the diocese and also by St. John's. So if you have a key to the church and you haven't taken safe training lately, please do call Nicole and let her know, because if somebody has a key, we have to guarantee the diocese that they have had the safe church training. Coming up on Wednesday, October 29th is the Parkview Mission opportunity, and that is for us to come together at the Parkview Mission to pack food bags. And again, that is a wonderful outreach opportunity. On Wednesday, October 29th, we'll be there from 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Dine with 9 is coming up. Those are kind of church-sponsored supper clubs, and we find out who wants to be a part of those, and we assign people to groups, and then we rotate after a while so that people get to meet other people. It is a great way to meet parishioners, and so I hope you'll consider that. Dine with 9. Again, you'll find information to sign up in the newsletter. And for All Saints Sunday, which is a week from this coming Sunday, we will say the names of the people who have died in the church in the last year, and a bell will toll for them. But we'd also like the names of people that you have for us, people, loved ones, family members who are deceased. We will not be saying their names, but we will be printing them. So if you have names of people that you'd like to give us, please do call Nicole and give her that information. And I think, Peggy, that's everything for our announcements, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, we hope that people have our Halloween concert on your radar. It's Friday at 7. We're doing all kinds of music, from a duet from the Phantom of the Opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber to Bach's famous Toccata and Fugue in D minor that everyone loves, to The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is a brand new piece, just premiered last year. This may be the second performance anywhere, I'm not sure, but I was at the premiere last October. And it's by Rachel Laurin, who is a French composer, French-Canadian composer who is actually deceased now. And the story is the famous story of the Headless Horseman and Ichabod Crane, and it was written by Washington Irving. So there is an educational component of this piece, which is sort of like the story of Peter and the Wolf that many people know, where in that each instrument of the orchestra is a different character. Well, in this story, each character is a different stop on the organ. A stop is one set of pipes. So I'm going to show you the characters. I'm going to demonstrate, let you hear the different characters in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Great.
The first one I'm going to show you is Ichabod Crane himself. This is played on the pedals. Now that is an interesting sound because it is really organ sound. There's nothing else that sounds like that. It's called a principal. And the pipes are those front pipes. They're the case pipes. So that's the 8-foot principal. Very important. It's probably the most important stop of the whole organ. It's the foundation of all the hymn singing that we normally do. And so that's principal, Principal. So the next character that we're going to hear is the Headless Horseman. Now, this is on the trumpet, so it imitates a trumpet. Now we have another trumpet sound, and you'll hear this one as well. No, that's the Headless Horseman himself. Then we have ghosts and goblins, because no horror story is complete without its ghosts and goblins. And this is on a very different kind of sound. These are called mutations. And when I play a note on this mutation, which is going to be, it's the 1 1/3 foot stop, it's called a quinta. So I'm going to play middle C on it. But it doesn't sound like middle C. This is middle C. So it's a totally different note. Well, you don't play that by itself. So you just play it in a combination with other stops. And this is what that sounds like. So this is ghosts and goblins. There's another sound for the ghosts and goblins, and this is called a regal, which is a reed, and this one is funny. Sort of like the duck sound. So then we have Katrina van Tassel. Katrina was the romantic love interest in the story, and she was a plump and lovely young woman that Ichabod Crane was in love with. And Katrina, but of course, in the story is very cute. He was in love with her not only for her appearance and her manner, but also for her great expectations. Her father was very wealthy, and so Ichabod was also interested in that part of Katrina. So here is Katrina on the flutes. And to make that even warmer and prettier, we add the tremulant, which makes it a little bit shimmery. Then we have the other young man. This is Brom Bones. So Brom Bones was in love with Katrina before Ichabod Crane came to the valley. And Brom Bones is portrayed on the mixtures. Now the mixture is another sound that is not like any other instrument. It also is one of those that doesn't play middle C when you... There is a C in there, but there are also other pitches. For every note that I play, you're hearing 4 to 6 pipes. And you hear, it's called breaking back in the mixture. Every once in a while, you'll hear a lower one come in. Well, again, this is not anything you ever play by itself, but it goes on top of the other principals. So here we have 3 different principals on 3 different pitches. And we're going to add the mixture. which gives it the brightness and really fullness. And so anyway, here's Brom Bones. And then we have Brom Bones on the mixtures on the top keyboard that's called the swell. And here he is again in this little tune that I'm pretty sure you will recognize. Then the last but not least character is Gunpowder. Gunpowder is the horse that Ichabod rides. And he borrows Gunpowder. Gunpowder is an old horse. However, Gunpowder has some fieriness left in him from his younger days. And so that comes out sometimes. And here is Gunpowder on, here's the 16-foot reed. But we don't play that totally by itself. We add a couple more stops, but here's Gunpowder. And Gunpowder is only played on the pedals. So the whole movement about Gunpowder is just for the feet. And that's it. So if you want to hear any more, you have to come to the concert on Friday.
Thank you, Peggy, so much. We appreciate the giving us a real organ lesson too. A lot of people don't know how this instrument works, and you're so good at it. Thank you so much, Peggy. We're looking forward to this concert. We hope you can join us. Bring your kids. You can dress up in costumes if you wish. That's right. And there's a dinner that will be held before that in McGill Hall. So we hope to see you then. For Peggy and I will say goodbye, St. John's, and have a great week.
Goodbye.